My name is Amara, and this is the story of how my seemingly perfect marriage unraveled in the most bizarre and shocking way. My husband Kelechi and I had been married for 4 years. He was the kind of man women dreamed of marrying, handsome, charming, and responsible. At least that's what I thought. We lived in a small but cozy apartment owned by our landlord, Mr. Bayo. He was in his late 40s, single, and somewhat eccentric. He often wore designer clothes and had a habit of gossiping with tenants. For months, I'd noticed something strange about Kelechi's behavior. He seemed unusually friendly with Mr. Bayo. They'd share private jokes, exchange long glances during casual conversations, and Kelechi would even volunteer to help him with errands. At first, I thought nothing of it. But one evening, I walked into the living room and found Kelechi quickly hiding his phone when I entered. Suspicion began to creep in. The tipping point came one Saturday afternoon. I was cleaning the house when I overheard Kelechi on a call in the bedroom. His voice was low and he was laughing nervously. "I can't wait to see you later," he said. My heart sank. When I confronted him about the call, he shrugged it off, saying it was just a work colleague. But something about his tone didn't sit right with me. And then I remembered the way Mr. Bayo had been acting lately, offering us discounts on rent and randomly dropping by to check on things. My mind began to piece together an unsettling theory. Could Kelechi and Mr. Bayo be involved? I knew I needed proof before I confronted either of them. So I came up with a plan. The following week, I told Kelechi I had a work trip and would be gone for 2 days. In reality, I checked into a hotel just a few streets away. Before leaving, I strategically placed a tiny hidden camera in the living room where Kelechi and Mr. Bayo often chatted. That night, I watched the camera feed from my phone. At first, everything seemed normal. Kelechi was watching TV alone. But then, around 10 p.m., the doorbell rang. It was Mr. Bayo. They exchanged awkward smiles before sitting on the couch together. What I saw next shattered my world. Kelechi leaned in close to Mr. Bayo and they kissed. My husband, the man I trusted with my life, was cheating on me with our landlord. I felt a mix of anger, heartbreak, and betrayal, but I wasn't going to let this slide. I spent the entire night plotting my next move. The following morning, I went to Mr. Bayo's office and requested a private meeting. Pretending to be naive, I told him I was planning a surprise anniversary party for Kelechi and needed his help. I asked if I could use his house as the venue, saying it would be special since he's like family. Mr. Bayo hesitated but eventually agreed. On the day of the party, I invited all our close friends and family, including Kelechi's parents. I ensured the hidden camera footage was ready to play on a large projector. When everyone had gathered, I stood up to give a toast. Kelechi looked confused, probably wondering why I hadn't informed him earlier. "To my wonderful husband, Kelechi," I began. 4 years of marriage, and I thought I knew everything about you. But recently, I discovered something unique about our relationship. With that, I pressed play on the projector. The footage of Kelechi and Mr. Bayo kissing played for all to see. Gasps filled the room and Kelechi's face turned pale. His mother nearly fainted while his father yelled, demanding an explanation. Kelechi stammered, trying to apologize, but I wasn't done. "You thought you could humiliate me and get away with it. Well, here's the best part. I've already moved out and I'm filing for divorce. Oh, and Mr. Bayo, enjoy dealing with the legal notice I sent to the housing authorities about your unethical behavior with tenants." The fallout was explosive. Kelechi's family disowned him and Mr. Bayo lost his reputation and eventually his property after other tenants came forward with complaints. As for me, I moved to a new city, started a business, and began rebuilding my life. The experience taught me never to ignore my instincts and that revenge truly is a dish best served cold. So to anyone out there doubting your gut feelings, trust yourself. You might just uncover the truth no matter how painful it is. Said.